welcome to another episode of Splashin' Around. Hope you enjoyed the first one, and judging from the feedback I got on the first one, many of you did. This one, if you noticed in the opening, I had some new titles to put in the front, and that's going to be my opening theme song for further episodes of Splashin' Around. And I'm also going to introduce a couple of new segments to you in this show that'll crop up later. Okay, so our first update on some information is, no, you are not seeing things. The palm trees are actually getting trimmed as we speak. Well, during the day as we speak. I film this at night. They started June 8th, and by the looks of it at the end of the day today, I think they're probably going to be going till the middle of next week before they finish the rest of the trees, or maybe even the end of next week, depending on, the wind conditions and so forth. That really slows them down when there's a lot of wind, and we have had that lately. And here's another update. This is Pam White. She is a new face in the office. She replaces Connie Coleman, who no longer works for Kingsley. She's still going to live in the park, Connie, I'm talking about. But Pam is she described herself as a manager in training. So she's going to be working closely with JP in the office there. And so I encourage you to drop in and say hi, get to know her. She's probably going to look like this, though, at least for a while till we get rid of this coronavirus stuff going around. And I will do an interview with her a little later on, but it was too soon to get into this episode of the Splashin' Around. Okay, now I would like to introduce you to the first of the two new segments that I'm introducing in this episode. The first one here, to my right, is Farrah Park. She is a new resident in the park, fairly new resident in the park, and she's going to share a little bit about her life today so we kind of get to know her. But basically, she's going to make little video segments that I'll show during Splashing Around every now and again, and hopefully you'll find them entertaining. And, that's kind of what we're after here. It's not all so serious. So, Farrah, welcome to the show, first of all.
Thank you, Carrie. I'm very happy to be here.
There's been a lot of turnover in the park, especially this time of the year. So what space are you currently living in, Farrah?
I have moved a new home into the park. It is in Space 00. I am so excited the park created this space for me and allowed me to move my house in.
00? I didn't really think we had a Space 00. I thought it just started with number 1.
The mobile home was just moved into the space next to number 1 a couple of weeks ago. I am really looking forward to having a somewhat chill life in retirement.
Okay. Well, after doing a little bit of research on Farrah, I have found out that she's kind of like a female senior age Forrest Gump. All of the different things that she's been involved with in her life are just unbelievable. It's a rolling highlight reel. Farrah, would you share with us some of the things that you've done, some of the places you've gone to?
I'd be glad to, Carrie. In fact, I brought a few pictures with me to share a bit of my past with your viewers.
Let's take a look.
This is a pic of my new house in Space 00. It was moved into the park just before I moved in. I've just met the Platts, my next door neighbor and Paige from across the street. Here I am as a Secret Service agent for President Kennedy's motorcades. I was only in the Secret Service for a short time because it was very stressful guarding the president. I got to be a little whimsical here. I starred as Mr. Spock's sister on this episode of Star Trek. It was really fun. The cast was super. You are not seeing things. I guess my Star Trek appearance made an impression on NASA. I made the flight to the moon with Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins. This is the only pic like this that exists because my part was secret. I was supposed to negotiate with the aliens while the rest of the world was distracted by the other two. Aldrin almost blew it by talking about the aliens after we returned to Earth. The Secret Service job and the moon trip was quite stressful, so I took some time to just chill by attending Woodstock. I don't remember much of that, but when I hear of all the bands that were there, I think the music must have really rocked. I was in South Dakota when the Mount St. Helens volcano erupted. When the ash blew into Rapid City, it looked like a gray snow blizzard. I stocked up on air filters for my car and headed out to Washington State to do what I could. All of you sports fans will remember the 1989 World Series when the earthquake hit. I was one of the sportscasters for that game. I found a new job real quick after that. I think one of the most fun jobs I had was shrimping with Captain Dan off the Carolina coast. Forrest Gump would stop by every once in a while. I was on O.J. Simpson's law team for his murder trial. That was intense. In my opinion, he did it. I was in New York when the towers went down. I just had to help clean up. Tough job, probably the hardest job of all. In 2016 I was involved with Donald Trump's presidential campaign. It was eye-opening. I don't think I will get involved with politics again, unless Hillary decides to run. If she does, I will work for her opponent.
Wow. With a life like that, how can Farah give us anything but interesting segments for the show? Well, I want to take this time to introduce the second news segment that we're going to run on Splashing Around, and that's called Newbie Neighbor, or Newbie Neighbors. And for this segment, I'm going to be interviewing recent new residents, so that you can so people can kind of get to know them and say hi to them when they see them in the park, and just kind of speed up the neighborly process, I guess. So here's our first one. It's Rhonda Mosby, who lives in number 273.
Hi there. My name is Rhonda Mosby, and I am in trailer 273. And this park is fantastic. I found the park through Evelyn. She is my next door neighbor, and she's the one that told me about it. I was in Montana, and we conversed for quite a while, and that's how I found out about it. I left Montana because I had cancer in 2014 and tried to live in Montana, but it snows in Montana, and the cancer kind of messed with my bones, and I was always in pain. And my doctor said, if the next 10, 15 years, you better go to a warm place. So I was not going back to California, where I was originally born. So I said, well, I don't want to go to Mexico, so let's go to Arizona. So that's why we're here. The people here, the people in the trailer here at this complex are very, very nice. They're very, very helpful. I really enjoy it. I also enjoy the fact that there's a pool that is fantastic for these hot days, which I'm adjusting to since I've only been here for 4 weeks. The sun, I love the sun. I'm so happy for the sun because my bones don't hurt, my head doesn't hurt, no more when your feet swell up. It's just like it's heaven sent. And my dog, well, it's not my dog, my roommate's dog, she's very, very happy. Her bones don't hurt. We stopped having to give her medicine for her hips. So it's just a win-win situation here. I am a jack of all trades, master of none. I retired from the University of Berkeley as administrative assistant, but I have done so many types of jobs. Waitress for 30 years. I worked in the disability field, which is my current field that I was in, helping the disabled live productive lives. And what was the I've also, my new career is, well, it's not really new. My new career is working in university kitchens. I'm finding that's really, really fun. Cafeteria work. So that's what I'm looking for. Or probably fast food job around here. Just a short, maybe 4 hours a day. Nothing really, really a lot because I'm handicapped and I can't work that long. And there's lots of jobs here in this area. I can't believe it. It's just saturated with jobs. So people say they can't find jobs. They need to come to me, and I bet I could help them get a job. Introduce you to my caregiver. Her name is Lucretia. or Lou. And this is Isbutt. You want to hold her up? Come on, get up, Isbutt. She is our Lucretia's service dog, current service dog. She's a little shy. She's kind of scared of a lot of things. She was taken away from her mom real early, not due to us, due to the people that had her, wanted to push her off and get her out of the house. And then there's Nina. Where's Nina? And here's Nina. We just went and got our nails trimmed, and she's the old service dog. She's 9 years old. She's a Japanese Chin, and she's very sweet dog. But she's now my dog, and Isbutt is the new service dog. As far as what's going on in the world, it's very upsetting. Myself and my roommate are both ladies of color, and it's very hurtful and really hurts that the fact that we all can't get along as people. We have to have racism, and we've had racism all our life, but I guess it took the gentleman to get killed, and the way he got killed, for everybody to stand up and say, okay, enough is enough. But I think everybody needs to go back to God, and God is in control of the situation, and we appreciate them rioting, and we appreciate them protesting, but it's the rioting that's wrong, and the looting and tearing up Scottsdale and things like that. That's not going to do anything but hurt people and put a nasty taste in people's mouths for protesting. So I'll be glad when it's over. And like I said, God is in control. He's the one that's going to stop this, but we do need to all go back to God and the simple life.
Hi, I'm back again. Thanks for watching. That's the end of our episode for this time. Hope you'll stay tuned for the next one. Coming up soon. Bye-bye.